Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen touring the state following last week's State of the State address, but he's also catching some heat for his availability and word choices. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, about 20 civic and business leaders were on hand Monday evening in Scottsbluff as Governor Jim Pillen discussed his proposal to fix the state budget and his focus on property taxes, kids, and agriculture. Pillen was greeted by a handful of protesters outside of the invite-only event who were holding signs reading, "Pillen hates democracy," "Trans Lives Matter," and more. Inside the Platte Valley Company's community room for the roundtable, the governor noted that while the current budget gap is estimated at $471 million, Pillen said looking at it from a business perspective, the culprit is spending, not a lack of revenue. He noted the state has taken in $200 million more than the first 6 months of the current fiscal year than the same time the previous fiscal year, and has around 900 cash accounts, some not used in years, and others with more than a year's worth of cash.
This is crazy, but in all of those cash accounts, that totals up over $2 billion. And then in our cash and general fund reserve, we're over $2 billion. So that's four. And then, oh, by the way, the money for Perkins Canal, the money for the Education Future Fund, the money for the Department of Corrections, that's all on top of that.
On property tax relief and K-12 school funding, Pillen said property taxes could fall another 50 to 60% if the state can duplicate the new community college funding system.
To be able to do exactly like what we did with the community colleges and fund the operations, but property tax takes care of the assets, we would need about another $1.25 to $300 million to fund K-12 education. Fund it, not run it. It's really important. Fund it, not run it. All local school boards call the shots.
He said getting there will require lawmakers in future years to get serious on broadening the sales tax base by eliminating exemptions and taxing services, even perhaps having a special I-80 tax corridor. Pillen did host a Tele-Town hall Tuesday night, but drew criticism from the Nebraska Democratic Party and others. During the event, Pillen called people criticizing the work he's been doing libtards, using the slur on 3 separate occasions during the Tele-Town hall. NDP Chair Jane Klebb said that kind of language is beneath the office and typical these days, since Pillen is a mini Trump. Staying at the Nebraska Capitol as elected officials whose annual budgets rise above a state-mandated growth level would not be able to skip out on the annual joint public hearings under the Property Tax Request Act. The current version of law, which applies to counties, cities, school districts, and community colleges, says at least one elected official of the political subdivision must attend what are now known as pink postcard hearings. As originally proposed by Senator Tanya Storer of Whitman, LB 384 would have required a majority of the elected governing body members to attend.
The nuance that we found some were taking advantage of was that could be, in the case of a county, the clerk or the treasurer or someone other than the actual county commissioners who are voting on and accountable for that budget. So this bill is simply cleaning that up.
Before first-round approval, the measure was amended to require just one elected member of the governing body to attend, as well as requiring attendance by the county assessor, no matter which political subdivisions were presenting at the hearing. Senator Storer said if a governing body was going to raise taxes above the growth limit, elected members need to show up and listen to taxpayers. And a handful of projects in Nebraska's 3rd Congressional District would benefit from funding secured in the latest appropriations minibus package passed recently in the U.S. House of Representatives, including 2 here in the Panhandle. The Gering-Fort Laramie Irrigation District is set to receive $14.6 million to help pay for the Fort Laramie Canal Restoration Project, which involves full reconstruction of 2 tunnels feeding water to 55,000 acres of Panhandle farmland. The City of Alliance will receive $600,000 for installation of an SRS repeater site tower that will allow the Alliance Police Department to have reliable communications throughout its jurisdiction, as well as regionally. In all, live projects across the expansive 3rd District are sharing in more than $16 million, due in part by efforts by Congressman Adrian Smith and Senators Fisher and Ricketts. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back. Nebraska law enforcement made a huge drug bust last week, resulting in 1 arrest and the seizure of nearly 170 pounds of drugs. In the late evening of January 13th, a trooper approached a suspicious person at a gas station at the Aurora I-80 interchange, but the man fled on foot before contact. As troopers, Aurora police, and Hamilton County Sheriff's deputies searched the area, a canine detected the odor of a controlled substance coming from the man's vehicle, and a search uncovered 169 pounds of cocaine in large duffel bags, as well as 89 grams of heroin. After several hours of searching, an NSP canine tracked down 25-year-old Manjot Singh of Sacramento, California, who was arrested for possession of cocaine, possession with intent to deliver, and obstruction of a police officer. He was taken to the Hamilton County Jail. Well, it will be a changing of the guard for the Western Community College Area Board of Governors. For today's scheduled meeting, Dr. William Packard of Scottsbluff, one of 2 District 5 representatives, is expected to submit his resignation. Upon acceptance of the resignation, the board is expected to declare a vacancy and appoint an ad hoc committee to make a recommendation to fill the vacancy. The board will also be accepting the resignation of Lisa Blair, Vice President of Academic Affairs, effective March 1st. She was appointed to the position last April after originally joining WNCC as Dean of Instruction in 2024.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we'll meet Garland, a 6-year-old domestic short-hair cat who's been at the Panhandle Humane Society for nearly 6 weeks now. This fella's adoption cost is just $50, and that includes his neuter, microchips, and all his vaccinations. If you need a lovable furball to make a great addition for your home, consider adopting Garland. You can meet him or any of the cats and dogs available at the Panhandle Humane Society daily from 1 to 4. Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank.
Please fasten your seatbelts for the turbulence up ahead. You ran a little bit early, but I haven't quite made it yet. The world is very pretty through the tiny little window. All the lights out in the city, they flick away down the road.
The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local, and we love our community.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, efforts continue to keep the Nile Theater in Mitchell up and running after owner Ward Krychow was looking to sell following a rough post-pandemic business climate. Following a November meeting around creating a nonprofit, volunteers have formed a board and elected a president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. The group has filed for 501c3 status with the IRS, but says that process will take months to become a reality. In the interim, they're asking folks to continue to come to the Nile Theater to watch movies and are actively seeking people to volunteer to help with concessions and movie cleanup. Updates on the progress can be found on the Nile Theater Facebook page. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.